It's time to get interactive. This happens to be my favorite part, actually.
Really? Oh, yeah.
But you've never sent in a comment.
Because at the time I'm off here, I'm doing other things to make sure the news comes on. You see.
Shame on you.
I have a good excuse,
lies. All lies.
Don't do that to me.
So, what are we chatting about?
We're chatting a new path away from what you were talking about. Bringing you a very dicey situation that we as journalists find ourselves in currently. You
want to give me heads up?
No, you go and listen here.
Okay,
you can help me with this one today. Go and listen, and then we can chat about that later.
That's right.
Okay? All right. So Daniel Kenu did a U-turn and pulled his assault case out of court when the whole country had his back. Many journalists have described him as a traitor. Now, tomorrow, Asamoah Gyan's family will be organizing a press conference, and many have predicted musician Castro's disappearance and the assault case will be discussed. Now, some media practitioners, even some of you out there, are calling for a media blackout of the event. Should the media give them a blackout? Should we boycott the event? I'm Ifwa Akwa Harrison, and this is Joy News Interactive. Please stay with us.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.
Well, if you don't know where you can join us, let me just give you our social media pages. We're on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. Find us on Twitter with the same handle, Joy News on TV, or at JN Interactive GH. Or you can send us an email. It's joynewsim@multitvworld.com, or send your messages through on WhatsApp. The number is 054-010-9009. The number again is 054-010-9009. And JN Interactive is proudly supported by Surfline. It's about time. Now, I start this program with a Facebook update from Ken Ashigbe, the Managing Director of Graphic Corporation. And I go straight to Facebook. He says, I will urge all journalists to boycott this press conference. People who assault journalists want us to cover them. That will be a sin against all who have died in the cause of duty and all who are still being assaulted. I urge all Ghanaian journalists and media persons and houses once in our lives to stand for what is right. And so this is Ken Ashigwe's commenting to a story that says that the Gyan family will speak on Castro's disappearance tomorrow, Wednesday, the 24th of September. Well, he had been spitting fire about the Kenu assault and promised to pursue the matter to the very end, but sadly, Kenu did not consult his bosses and pulled the case out of court.
As every owner of every media house, that we need to protect our own. And no amount of money would buy any media person's life. So that when it comes, we should stand and be counted. We should make sure that we would go every length to protect our people. The way to protect our people is to ensure that if anything happens, and it does not matter whose ass is God, we would follow it to the logical conclusion. So for that very matter, it's important that the people who work for us, the media people who work for us, they believe that we as owners, people who profit from their work, we protect them. And it's very important.
Ken Ashigbe, very passionate about the protection of some of our colleagues in the media. Well, what do you think about the media block of the Gyan conference? Let me quickly read some of your comments that have been trickling in via Facebook. Jeffrey Jefferson Kwenu says, the media is a professional institution and must carry out their duties no matter what happens. My question now is, will that press conference bring back Castro? If not, kindly tell Gyan to give us a break. Majida Udu just says, ah. Frida Nyako says, I wish nobody attends the press conference, but because of Sole, they will go. Really, Frida, what's the Sole? Tell us. Kaba Nelson Sibki says, who do they expect to cover their press conference? I think it's a good idea for the media to boycott their press conference to serve as a lesson for other people. And for Awinzo Karim says, press conference to tell us what? Zakaria Mumuni, it is true because the journalists that you beat when they ask you to clear yourselves are the ones who you want to attend your press conference. George Aqua Morgan says, if you don't attend to, some Judases will represent all of you, so it's better you attend anyway. Forgive and forget. Kofiche Humphrey says, if the media is to boycott the conference, then how will we call it a conference? Good point. Paul Mensa Anku says, of course the press should cover it. After all, most Ghanaians are craving to hear Jan's side of the story. Magzi Mubarak says, as part of every profession, there are risks that come with it. So I will advise the media to attend, even to put the bar for family to shame. Kaba Nelson Sibkis, you comment again. As a matter of fact, if the media does not boycott this press conference, society is going to take you guys for granted, thinking that they can put a price on you guys. So these are your comments coming through via Facebook. Thank you so much for sending them. We're expecting more. Have time to read them later on during the show. But let's go to the telephone lines now, and I talk to journalist Fred Chidi. Welcome to Joy News Interactive.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you and good evening to viewers.
Good evening. So what do you think about calls to block out calls for the media actually to block out Jan's press conference tomorrow?
As a matter of fact, when I got wind of this press conference late yesterday, I was one of the first people to put up, to start the advocacy, the campaign to boycott the press conference. And the reasons are very simple. I don't know what arrangements they have put in place so that journalists don't go asking questions that will infuriate them for them to start assaulting them. What guarantees are there that the questions that are going to be asked will be so comfortable for them to answer? As far as I know, the job that we have chosen to do, you may be asking the hard questions because the public interest is very, very important. And so if the public wants to know about some issue or need some information, the person at the center of it, the key source, as we call it, should be able to provide the information. But if they turn around and start beating up people as if we are in the jungle, I don't think that it serves any purpose for any journalist to show up there. And I wish I had the opportunity to lash out at any journalist that will show up at that press conference tomorrow.
But this puts us kind of in a dicey situation. I mean, a lot of us, we are media homes. The public also is sometimes interested in what the Jan family is to say. Doesn't that put us in a dicey situation, kind of, that we need to kind of go to this press conference, but at the same time, because of issues that have come out in the past weeks, we also do not want to sort of cover them, and we want to boycott them?
Look, my sister, it is the same reason why the public has the right to know. That is why journalists will have to attend press conferences and ask the hard questions and get the information out. But my point is that if there are no guarantees for me to step out there and ask the hard questions, then what is my point of going there anyway? Look, the point is that if we are not careful, other people would take this profession for a joke, for a ride. They would take us for granted. And I think it's about time that even our mother association and the managers of Graphic Corporation put a statement out there that nobody should show up. Because for me, it is so disrespectful that somebody in the person of Abafo Jan and all those hoodlums will attack a journalist. And isn't it so sad that a journalist who has won the support and solidarity, the word is solidarity, of all professionals, of all media people, would turn around and stab us at the back. And then within 48 hours, we would troop in and sit down and listen to them and use our pens and microphones reporting this. It is very, very annoying. The public has the right to know. But in this particular case, they have the right to know that journalists would have to boycott this press conference.
All right, thank you very much. I've been speaking to senior journalist Fred Chidi. Let's take a few more of your Facebook comments. Avixin Francis says, the media is right. Who knows? It might be another brutality on one of the media guys again. Magzi Mubarak says, as part of every profession, there are risks that come to it, so I will advise the media to attend the event. Okay, so more of your comments coming up after this. Will there be a media boycott of the Jan press conference tomorrow, Wednesday, the 24th of September? Well, we've been asking you if we should boycott or we should attend. And let me read a few of your WhatsApp comments. Once bitten, twice shy, so please stay put until they apologize to you officially. Otherwise, journalism, and for that matter, journalists, will be taken for granted by individuals who think they have money and can do whatever they wish to. This is from Desmond Apia Awaso. Please, journalists, advise yourselves or everybody will take you for granted. It will be a good idea if the media doesn't go. Michael from Brekum. I am not in support of the assault, but media should be more mature to cover the conference. You shouldn't punish innocent Ghanaians. From Awudu Idrisu Yeji. And it is very important that the media should boycott to serve as a lesson to others, but this one is nameless. Don't boycott, we want to know the outcome. This is also another nameless comment coming in from WhatsApp. So thanks for sending your comments through. Let's find out what people out on the streets of Accra think about this issue.
In my opinion, I will say that it's not very important. What is the press conference about? Who is he going to talk to? And what exactly does he have to, address to the nation? You understand? I think we have issues which are more important to talk about than Bafo Jan. Journalists, what are you going to talk about? He slapped a journalist, isn't it? We are not talking about it for that, but I don't think Bafo Jan has anything important to share with the nation.
It's an interesting question, but then, in my opinion, I think they should boycott it. After all, it's a media personnel who was assaulted, so I don't think they should attend. Because a media person was assaulted, and now he's calling for the media to come and then for him to express himself. He should find another means of doing that, but then, what if you also go and then the same thing happens? Maybe this time around it could be something else. So I don't think the media should attend.
I think they should attend.
Why is that?
Because maybe he's trying to explain why he did that, so that maybe he might ask for forgiveness, so that the public will know why, the reason he did it, and the reason why he's apologizing to the public.
Oh, they shouldn't. It's not fair, they shouldn't. It's a waste of time, they shouldn't. Because he slapped the media man. And he was doing his work. He had the right to. You don't have the right to slap him. Having free place, so you don't have the right to slap him. So it's a waste of time for the media, for the public to attend this press conference.
Anyway, they have to attend it and then listen to what we have for them. That's all.
But initially you said they should boycott.
Yeah, I was thinking they should boycott, but you know, they have to listen to me first. It's very important, you know, in case of anything next on. So it's better they have to listen to what you have to tell them. That's all. Because this time around, if you have a problem, you have to bring it out. We don't know what happened. So, and you don't know what is going to bring it out. So we have to listen to him and then for future reference.
So a lot of you out there thinking that the media should boycott this press conference. Let me take a few more of your Facebook comments. Parkwesi Visu says, if that's right, then there's no need for them to update Castro's missing or allegations against Asamoah Gyan. Phylum Timothy says, don't mind them. I support the media to boycott the press conference. Isaiah says, I think you need to go, no shaking. Kuma Moses says, yes, the boycott is justified, but let's remember that two wrongs don't make a right. The media should continue to do what is right while the law takes its full course over the assault issue. Gilbert Autry, 100% yes, the media should boycott. Matthew Nanakojo Brown, okay, I don't understand that comment, so I'm not going to read it. Okay. Ellie Bimpe says, they must go but ask questions that will not inflame passion. I mean sensible questions. Boycotting the event will be an immature act. Journalists must accept that sometimes they go overboard and correct it, and let's move on. Anvis Joe Yeboah says, I must say, let your deeds as journalists be professional in any case, because the law is there to protect you at every gathering. So you should go and deliver for the entire nation. The media must continue to do their job, no shaking. That's from Yusuf Mohammed. And Francis Nani says, Abi, you need stories. If you won't go, don't go. Unlike teachers and doctors, it will do the public no harm. We'll be right back. And this is still your most interactive half hour. We've been asking you if you think the media should boycott the Gyan press conference tomorrow. And Imoro Bites from Tamale says, I think media men should attend because we don't know what they are going to say. Maybe there is good news. Steve, do you think there's some good news for us?
Personally, this is a personal opinion. It's very difficult for us as journalists to draw the line between what to boycott and what not to boycott. Even if we decide not to cover the event, somebody has to say we didn't go to cover. That's coverage.
Who is going to cover the boycott?
I know. So it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But personally, I wouldn't go. I mean, if you are inviting me to cover this, I won't go. You possibly could write a letter and give me a press release. If I want, I'll publish, I'll just trash it, you know, because when we decide what stories are important, we decide this is good, this is not good, then we spike some, we take some. I mean, if the story comes on my desk, it's going to be there for a while. I don't know, but I feel that they've been very disrespectful too.
Yeah, and a lot of viewers feel that way as well, and feel as if we go they themselves
I
are going to
know.
take us for granted.
I know. I mean,
So-
this is not on. I mean, I feel that they should have done after Daniel Kano or David Kano? Daniel
Yes.
withdrew the case from court. What they should have done was to issue out an apology statement.
Yeah.
We deserve it. I mean,
Exactly.
the case is out of court. Just issue an apology and say, hey, we apologize, but I mean, we settle the issue amicably.
Out of court.
Out of court. I mean, it's legal. I mean, I have my views about the out of court wahala, but hey, what's up, man? I mean, Daniel Kano's mother is not well and his waist is in the hospital, so he withdraws the slap case. That's good. That's his view. But those who, the slappers and the slappies, should have apologized to us. Anyway, so I wouldn't go.
And a lot of our colleagues are also pretty infuriated, you know. They were behind him and said, yes,
Go to court.
Let's see
Squash
this issue
them.
play out, and, you know, but
it didn't
hey,
end up that way.
But our time is up.
Our time is up. Yeah, they're driving us out of here and our loud mouths. My name is Stephen Enti.
My name is Efua Akwa
And
Harrison.
thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a good evening.
Good evening.
Joy News Interactive was brought to you in association with
Surfline, it's about time.